Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy MidPokemaster here today with the PCL Season 3 Draft Analysis. So, this is a new league I'm in. I've been good friends with the owner for a while now. Austin, aka Garchomp the God. Cool dude. I've been wanting to be in it since before the Season 1 even started. Back whenever it started, I saw the apps for it and I was like, you know what? I'm new, but I might have a chance. I didn't get in. But I kind of stayed in the server, made some friends. Season 2 came around. Applied again, didn't get in, but they had some of the greatest competition I've ever seen in a league like this. Then this season, Austin invited me. I've proven myself in the Wi-Fi community, and I'm really excited to be here. Great coaches. Don't forget to check them down in the description below. All their links will be down there. Almost everybody has uploaded a draft analysis so far except for me and two other people. And I haven't uploaded mine yet because holidays were busy, didn't have time to sit down and record like I thought I would. Then on Christmas, I got a computer part, tried to put it in, didn't work. And then I tried to, put the old part back in, computer wouldn't turn on. So I had to take it somewhere, and for a few days I can't speak today. I was without a computer, so yeah. So I've recorded this once already, but then the rendering failed and deleted the file. So now I have to re-record it, which is fine. I didn't feel too good about the first one, so here we are. And you may see I'm the Alabama rollout instead of the Kentucky Torkoal like you've always seen. I thought I just wanted a new team with one of my favorite Pokemon, and I wanted Donphan. And I was like, what good team is there for Donphan? There's no good elephant teams. But my brother is obsessed with Alabama Roll Tide, and I was like, Alabama rollouts. Then I had to go straight to my boy John Jr. to commission this logo, and he did the rebrand for PCL, the new logo, the new thumbnails, and everything. And at first I didn't really like them, but now that I've looked at them more, it's amazing. And yeah, I'm really excited to be in this league. So many great battlers and people I have I will get to fight. Yeah, you probably don't want to hear this anymore. So let's get into the battle. Well, not the battle, the draft analysis. But before we do that, don't forget to like and subscribe if you like my content and you want to see more Draft League. I haven't recorded my, update video. But for the entirety of 2020, I'm going to upload a video every day. I have even a little spreadsheet showing what video I'll upload what day. And I have every video planned out for this month so far. So unless my computer breaks again, we should be good for videos almost every day. So yeah, it's a 6v6 draft league. Since the timer did get cut down to 20 minutes, some leagues are doing 3v3 best of 3 or 4v4. No, we're doing 6v6. Just don't stall. Try your best not to calc unless you really feel like you need to, which is fair. Since, yeah. And we do have Dynamax captains. Tier 3 and below Dynamax captains. You choose one. And honestly, I didn't really think about it going into the draft, what tier 3 and below I wanted to have it as a Dynamax captain. But then, I think literally the round I got this on, I was thinking about it, I'm how is that thing still there? This will be the perfect Dynamax captain. So, yeah. I actually got the 14th pick out of 16th, which is honestly not the greatest this gen because there are very few really good round 1 mons, I feel. You have let me see, Galarian Darmanitan, Dragon Bolt, Excadrill, and honestly that's kind of about it. You don't have Gen 7 where you had so many megas to pick that were really good round 1. Or a lot of tier 1s Tapu Koko, Mew. What else was there? Celesteela, Orlando T. You don't have that this gen, so if you don't have a really good round 1 pick, it really defines your draft. And honestly, that's what kind of happened with me. I didn't have the greatest round 1, but it's the best I could get. And I got Mamoswine. This thing is not the greatest round 1 this gen, or really ever, but I felt at my pick it was really good. Mamoswine. has literally has two switch-ins in the game right now, Melodic and Corviknight. Nothing else wants to switch into this thing reliably because it has that base 80 speed tier, so it can outspeed most walls that can take a few hits, and it's offensive enough for like the things that semi-check it, for just like OHKO on switching or 2-hit KO. So this thing's just really powerful, base 80 speed, but with that base 130 attack, it makes it incredible. It loves running things like Choice Band, Choice Scarf, Life Orb, like the Focus Sash, Stealth Rock's lead set, which you can run on Life Orb too. It's just really good. It's with a dwindling speed tiers this gen. 100's really around like the base speed tier again. Or like it's one of the better speed tiers, and you want like 1 or 2 mons above it, or before you want it like 3. This makes this mon really good, especially like as I said before, it outspeeds walls. You'll run things like Icicle Crash, Ice Shard, Earthquake, Iron Head. I don't think it gets knockoff anymore. You'll run Stealth Rocks on this thing more often because now it has the move slots compared to all the mons that are, gone. And it's just a really good mon. And just people either play really good around Mamoswine or they just let everything get chipped. This thing won't be a kill leader. It just won't be. But it'll be that amazing wall breaker that some of the mons and the rest of my team would love. So, next, I was like, there's not many bulky... There's a lot of water types this gen, but none that I'm really super comfortable with, except for this. I had to get Melodic. If you guys have watched my channel, I have drafted this thing so many times, and I just love it. You'll run the same few moves like Scald, Recover. Used to be Toxic, but since this is pre-home, doesn't have Toxic yet, since the TM was taken out. You'll run, like, as I said before, Scald, Recover, Haze, Ice Beam, Dragon Tail. But now this thing also has Dragon Dance. So, like, if I wanted to, I could be like Dragon Dance Facade with the Flame Orb. Or Coil Facade. And, like, this thing can live so many hits. Sorry if you hear my mom screaming at my dog. She's been kind of a bad dog this morning. Melodic just kind of destroys. It doesn't really, like, do much damage. It has base 100 special attack, which honestly isn't bad for a wall. But, like, it's still somewhat passive. And it's like, you want it Toxic for that. But I felt like I made the right choice when after this pick, like, 10 water types went. And I felt like I started a trend that made me feel good about grabbing Melodic this early round 2. Because I easily could have waited, but I really feel like it would not have lasted. And in a league like this, where I'm kind of like the newbie and I'm not the greatest battler compared to some of these dudes, I need to pick mons that I'm comfortable with, that I know I'm reliable with, that can help me get through some battles. And I believe Melodic can do that. So then, that was the end of my round 2. So I had to wait around like 26 picks for it to get back to me. And I got this a little early, but I wanted Sticky Web with Vikavolt. This was originally going to be like, I was thinking it was going to be my Dynamax captain, just because it's so strong. I could maybe get some like Trick Room with it, or just Sticky Web of itself. But then I remembered that if you have a Dynamax mon, you have to Dynamax the first turn you attack. There's no like set up and then Dynamax. This league you have to do it first turn, which is unfortunate for Vikavolt because it really wants that like agility or Sticky Web first turn for it to be super effective. But this thing's not the fastest, 43 speed, but has base 145 special attack. Good Choice Specs user, good Life Orb user, Expert Belt. It can even be like kind of defensive. I don't believe it has Roost anymore, but it gets like Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Bug Buzz, Air Slash, Energy Ball, Sticky Web, Agility. It's good at what its job is. I picked it a little early, but we drafted like end of November, early December, so I didn't really know what most mons did or how they were going to play out. So, and as I said before, I love Vikavolt. I know what it can do, and I feel like I'll use it effectively. So next, I realized I didn't have any hazard removers, and I needed those, and I just needed those this gen. Because there's not many hazard removers, but there's like a lot of hazard setters, I feel. So, I drafted my boy Torkoal. Pretty defensive. It's actually kind of offensive. Between like Lava Plume, you'll run like the same moves: Rapid Spin, Stealth Rock, Lava Plume, Earthquake, Solar Beam. My goal is to get like set up webs with Vikavolt, then Shell Smash with Torkoal and still not outspeed anything. But like just destroy everything with like a +2 Lava Plume. And this thing's never really going to be brought offensive unless if I get like a Trick Room element, which I don't believe I did. No, I did. Yeah, I did. I can't remember. I'm going to look at my draft in a little bit. But yeah, this thing, I just felt like it was really good on my team. I have a water weakness between Mamoswine and Torkoal, but I have a Melodic and Vikavolt that can just kind of deal with it. Vikavolt destroys those water types that Mamoswine doesn't want to deal with. And as I said before, I've actually never used Torkoal before, but I just felt like round 4 needed hazard setters and hazard removers. This was like a pretty decent pick. So next thing I got was Hitmonchan. I wanted another hazard remover, and between this round and last round, so many of those went that I just had to grab it now. I wanted Hitmontop, but I believe that had been taken. I'll have to double check, but I believe it's gone. I believed it was gone by the time I got to my pick. Otherwise, I don't know what I was thinking. So, I got this on then. Yeah, it was literally taking my star 2 picks before me. So, like, Star got him on top, then Eric Miller got Arachnid, then John Jr. got Lucario. Which I was also kind of thinking about Lucario. That was kind of unfortunate. As you can see here in the corner, you can see John Jr. with the Portland Nightshaders and get the Lucario. So it was unfortunate that I got kind of sniped twice. But Hitmonchan's nice. It has decent attack stat, like 72 speed, Iron Fist, and it has a bunch of like punch moves like Drain Punch, Thunder Punch, Fire Punch, I believe Ice Punch, Bullet Punch. It has close combat now. I don't think it did before. Not 100%. But with that Rapid Spin, I have 2 like Rapid Spinners that are both decent, and I feel like either one of them can come any week. And I feel like since I have 2 hazard removers and 2 hazard setters, I feel like my opponent might not want to bring hazards, or they're going to defog away. So like if they set up any on mine, they're just going to defog them away, which I feel like is going to be really good for me. So now I had to get this thing. I wanted a good fairy type. I also wanted something above the base 100 field, because that's where a lot of people are going to stop when it comes to like their speed tiers, I feel. And I just felt like Galarian Rapidash is kind of like that new toy that everybody wants to use. And I felt like round 6 was like a perfect time to get it. 105 speed, same stats as Rapidash, but with that psychic and fairy typing and not being able to get poisoned or toxic, I felt like it was really good. It can be physical, it can be special. Physical with like Swords Dance, Play Rough, Psycho Cut, Mega Horn, Drill Run, things like that. And special, it can be like Calm Mind, Mystical Fire, Dazzling Gleam, Psychic. It even has Morning Sun, so like it has reliable recovery, which most ones don't have. And it's not like super strong, but like your opponent has to prep for both sides of it, because if not, if he gets like +2 with Swords Dance or +1/+1 on the special side, it'll just kind of go in. So you can see my features aren't the greatest, but as this gen kind of is, it's not like where everybody had a mon above 120. So far, Rapidash is my fastest, then Mamoswine, then Melodic, but I'll probably never run speed on that unless I'm running like a Dragon Dance set. Then Hitmonchan, then Vikavolt, then Torkoal. So I want like one more mon above base 100, which I will get. So yeah, next pick I got, Rodriguez. I also thought about this being my Dynamax captain, but since you couldn't set up, you could either like set up or you could Dynamax. I didn't really feel like that was the best way to go. So this thing gives me a T-Spiker, which I feel like almost every team needs. Because nobody's really drafting like grounded poisons anymore. Kelly Under the Radar said that, and I've really believed it to be true. He knows what he's talking about, and I've seen it. And if they do, they don't really bring it to many games anymore. They usually just pick it just so they have it, and they'll never bring it. So like they try to scare their opponents from not bringing it, but then they never bring it themselves to stop it, and just like, yeah, it's just kind of weird. But I love this thing. Also love its Trick Room capability. That's what I talked about before. So like, if I ever feel like my opponent just outspeeds me a lot, I can just bring like Trick Room, Rodriguez, and then bring like Choice Band Mamoswine, Choice Specs Vikavolt, even Choice Specs Torkoal, Under Sun, Under Trick Room, Choice Specs Eruption. Just two shots a lot of things. Can two shot like non like crazy bulky water types. And I love that this thing is like Memento, gets Will-O-Wisp, Toxic Spike, Shadow Ball, Nasty Plot. It can't really touch normal types anymore because they got rid of Hidden Power, so no more HP fighting. Which kind of nerfed this thing a little bit. Because otherwise I would have taken this like round 5 and just moved Hitmonchan to round 6 and then Rapidash to like round 7. So yeah, I figured Rodriguez just made me feel better having a like my team doesn't rely on Trick Room, but it has a nice Trick Room aspect. And now that most mons have lost knockoff, I don't have to worry about having to run Cold Berry every week. I can run like Extra Belt or like a Ghost, like raising special attack move. Not move like kind of like I can't think of what it's called. Shadow Tag maybe is what it's called, or something. So yeah, I felt like it was really good. And then I believe this is the round I got my Dynamax captain, which was crazy to see. That's the Lazzle was here at round 8. Base 117 speed, I believe like base 121 special attack. And this thing is just so fast and can destroy. It's really good. Doesn't have the greatest coverage, but the coverage it gets touches almost everything neutrally. It gets Dragon Pulse, Sludge Wave, Fire Blast, Flamethrower, Nasty Plot. It's one of the few mons that kept Toxic. So it has Subtoxic Protect if there's like a wall I need to beat. But I don't think I'll bring it considering that's stolen. And like they can consider that like breaking the stall rule. And I'll lose 5-0. But like if I needed just to break a wall or like get it down low, I'm fine with that. This one, especially with Dynamax, where like with the Poison Dynamax move raises your special attack, then the Fire one raising your speed. Not your speed, brings in the Sun. Plus with Torkoal already setting the Sun for it, I feel like this was a really good pick. I don't have a ground weakness, and I feel like I deal with ground types really well between Vikavolt and Melodic. So I'm not too worried about that. And I just felt like it was a really good pick for this team. And I could see me bringing this almost every week. I had Salazzle before in STO, which is like the first league I fully upload on this channel. But I feel like, and I didn't really like it, but I don't feel like I had the team for it, while now I do. And before, Mega Lop just kind of took over everything for it. Took over like the fast option, just killing everything. While Salazzle didn't really get much playtime. But I feel like Salazzle really fits well in this team and kind of brings it all together. So I have 2 more picks, and honestly they weren't the greatest. I'll probably free agent both of them, if not. I'll free agent at least one, if not both of them. So next pick I got Dweevil. Just wanted a dark type. Decently fast, I believe like 95 speed. He gets Nasty Plot. He gets like Dark Pulse, Psychic, Grass Knot. I believe he gets Parting Shot maybe. I'm not 100%. It's not the greatest one, but I just wanted that dark type so people can't run Mono Psychic against me. And it's honestly ugly. I'm going to call it Swiper because Swiper no swiping from Dora. Which everybody's going to be calling it that. It was just there, as I said before, just to have a dark type. Probably won't. I'll bring it probably once, if 0 times at all this season. So yeah. And then, final mon of the draft, Ferroseed. Tier 3, which was kind of high for it, but I believe tier 3s were like 100 points. No, they were 80. So I had like 160 points. So the tiering was kind of weird this season. Tier 1 was 200. Tier 2 was 100. Tier 3 was 80. Tier 4 was 60. And Tier 5 was 40. And we got 400 free total points like normal, but there was nothing in Tier 2 I wanted that I felt like fit my team because they were all like Mons. Basically, they were all Mons that were left in Tier 2 because they didn't want them to be Tier 3 or below to be able to Dynamax. But they should have just said, like, this Mon can't Dynamax. Like, they put Rotom Fan in Tier 2, which I don't believe was the play. But, you know, it's Austin's league, not mine. He can do what he wants. But Rotom Fan, I just don't feel like... I know, like, with the Dynamax move being able to raise its speed, I still don't... And it getting Nasty Plot, I still don't feel like it's a Tier 2. I feel like it's a Tier 3 at best. So, yeah. That's my team. So, thank y'all for watching. Tell me down below on, like, a scale of 1 to 10 how you would rate my team. We fight Lux and his... I can never remember his team name. He has, like, 5 of them. Kyoto Samurats week 1. Great dude. We fought him in IBL main season 6. I can't remember if I uploaded that. Like a Rock kind of kept my team from getting swept against from Miss Cabalion. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.